Please subscribe to Brick in the Philippines.
Good morning guys, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is, wherever you are, you're watching this video. So today's video is going to be on what you need to go and get yourself a civil marriage, and we'll give you a price of a church wedding, but we can't break it down because we could only get the price from her sister. She didn't actually break it down into what she paid for this, that and the other. So, oh, do you know what? One of these days, how many times, babe? You can't walk in the road like that.
I'm on the side.
You're not on the side. Ooh. But before we do that, we're going to do it in a nice place. We want to talk a little bit about some comments I've had when I've made comments before on previous videos, and I've said, look guys, you know, don't come to the Philippines for a couple of weeks, talk to somebody online for a while and think you know them. Yeah, Mel's saying, and then get married, because I relate to this like when I was in the UK as a little kid, we used to buy lucky bags, and it was called the lucky bag because you didn't know what you were going to get from it. You didn't know what was in it, so it was just luck on whether you got something you really liked or something you didn't particularly, you know, you weren't keen on, basically. So why I'm referring to this first is I've had comments saying, hold on a minute, you're giving people advice not to do this, not to marry somebody after a few months, and that's exactly what you did with Mel, isn't it? And it's like, well, yeah, but the difference is
we're always together.
That's the difference. Yeah. The difference is
there's no LDR, you know, LDR?
No.
Long distance
relationship. So that's the difference. Yeah. I was with Mel practically every day for nearly 7 months before we got married, and Mel was living with me for the last couple of months or so of that.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying we knew each other, because we didn't, because since then we've had lots of problems. We've had mainly communication problems, and that's what you're going to have with a Filipina. You're going to have communication problems. You're going to have the tempo problems, because Filipino women, and again, I'm not saying them all, but most, or at least the ones I've come across, have told me that they have bad tempers, and that if they fall out with the husbands, it can turn into a screaming match, maybe even hitting, them going to the mums to sleep because they don't want to stay in the house, whatever. And the other thing, guys, is if you get married to somebody and have a kid, you're not going to be able to discipline that kid, because there's no discipline in the Philippines, and the girls will take great exception to you getting mad at the kid for doing something. Now again, there's going to be exceptions to the rule, but on the whole, and I've spoke to Mel and she agrees with what I'm saying, because we always speak about what I'm going to say before I say it. And again, I'm always going to emphasize the exceptions to the rule. So, you know, that's to try and avoid, oh, I got married after 3 months or whatever it is, and yeah, she had a kid and everything's been all right, and you know, I've got patience and this, that and the other.
Years before married, not only few months, few weeks.
What you talking about, babe? Years?
Married.
Years before you get married?
Yeah, because they need know each other.
Well, I wouldn't say years, Mel.
What?
But if you're gonna...
We need years.
Oh, you mean here, Filipinas, you mean?
Yeah.
Ah, right.
Jeez.
Yeah, alright, calm down. So, but foreigners, I mean, if you can come here and stay here, and the person that you're meeting, you're seeing every day, and you know, you get to really know them well as much as you can, then that's better than a long distance relationship coming a couple of times throughout the year for a few weeks and then deciding you want to get married. Now again, I'm saying it from experience because I realized how stupid I was, what I did, and how it could have gone wrong. No, I'm not saying I made a mistake now, Mel. I'm just saying it could have been a massive mistake.
I did not say anything.
Because, well, I can tell by your expressions now, babe. You forget I know you. I could have made a massive mistake. Because once things go wrong, you've just got to walk away from it. Because it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong here, the Filipino family will always come down with family. They'll not take your side, even if they think beforehand you're wonderful, you've helped them. It'll not matter, will it, Mal?
Not a lot. Let's say example, my mom.
Yeah.
See my mom?
Yeah.
They always beside you.
Yeah. Her mum always sticks up for me.
Why are you being mean to Chris? Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
She hurt her arm, she got a bruise on her arm. And her mum says, "Ah, did you get that bruise?" Mel says, Chris punched me. Right? Just joking, of course I didn't punch her. And Mel's mum, she didn't believe it. She said, "I don't believe Chris would do that, blah, blah, blah." Because my mum and pa really thinks the world of me, which means a lot to me as well. So again, you know, exceptions to the rule. You take your time and get a nice Filipina and you're set for life.
Yeah, when I have a bruise here, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people always notice, oh,
Yeah.
why you have a bruise? And then I said to them, Chris punched me, and then they not believe.
No, because they know I wouldn't do anything like that.
Yeah, because they know.
But we've actually had comments on my channel about that as well. Oh, we've noticed Mel's got a bruise. We don't want to imply anything, but what's happened? And you know, it's like, really? So just remember, guys, I can't emphasize it enough, please be careful, because I can give you loads of examples of things that's gone wrong where people's done exactly what I said not to do, and a lot of them spent a lot of money they didn't have. You know, they've sold property in the US and UK and Belgium and France. I've had messages from all over the world, and it's just the same story. You know, I jumped in too quick. I thought she loved me, I thought she cared for me, and in the end it all come down to money.
There's a new bar here.
There's a new bar, baby?
There. New
Oh,
bar.
right. Oh yeah. It's full. There's nobody in.
Yeah, because it's morning.
All right, okay.
Maybe later evening.
So what better place to sit and have a talk
Here.
than the cathedral, Naga's Cathedral. Now, Mel's sister came here, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And of course, all you guys, especially Filipino subscribers, will know this is where part of the Peña Francia is, and it's really, really nice, lovely and clean, and I love it here. I really love it. So obviously, if you have a church wedding, this is probably the kind of place you come in Naga. This is the best place to come, as the cathedral, isn't it?
Look, watch Matthew. He will dance. Matthew, chambe, 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 chambe. Dance, Mat. Chambe, chambe, chambe. Ah.
No, he just wants to walk off. So we're going to find somewhere to sit and we'll have a talk about the civil wedding bit. And again, guys, I hope you find these videos informative and, you know, There's always kids here dancing and, you know, just chilling, I guess. But again, you know, you come to some place like this, and even if you're not an outgoing person, you'll get Filipino women come up to you. I'm not on about kids, by the way. You'll get Filipino, mind you, a lot of the kids, they're lovely. They'll actually talk to you and have a chat to you and ask you the same questions as most ask you. Where you come from, are you married, you know, how long you're here for, that kind of thing. So, you know, if you come here and, like I say, and you're not outgoing, you'll get women walk up to you in supermarkets, walking around wherever you're walking around in Naga, whatever, in the Philippines, and they'll come and they'll talk to you. So it's pretty, I wouldn't say easy, but it's not that hard to find somebody, is it, Mel? Is it, Mel?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
It's not hard.
Yeah, but it's not hard to find a Filipino, but it's hard to find a good one.
I think, yeah, because I will give you example. Edward, until now he had no girlfriend.
Yeah, he's
But I think foreigner, yeah, it's easy.
It's easy for a foreigner because. But do you agree? You get to a certain age, and it's hard. Even if you wanted a Filipino man, it's hard to get a Filipino man.
Yeah.
And especially if you've got a kid, because they don't want to take on other people's kids. Because what normally happens is they make the girl pregnant and they disappear, don't they?
Yeah.
So they want a Westerner for security, financial security.
Yeah.
And anybody that thinks different is just kidding themselves, you know. a young Filipino half your age doesn't look at a fat old man like me and think, oh my God, you're so handsome, you're so, you know, this, that and the other. Although Mel says she does. Don't you?
Did they say? I think no.
So anyway, guys, we'll set up and we'll give you some prices on a civil wedding and what you need to get.
Take this ring as a token of my love and devotion to you. For better or for worse. For better. For richer or for poor. For richer or in sickness or in health. Until death do we part. Your answer, Christopher, I accept. By virtue of the authority vested upon me by the Republic of the Philippines, as presiding judge of this municipal trial court, and before your witnesses here present, I hereby pronounce you husband and wife. Okay, take two.
Yeah, that must be the quickest wedding I've ever been to. And I've been to one or two weddings, including my own, and it was very fast and very emotional. And I just want to thank everybody that's turned up, and I was going to call you Kim then. Melody's mum and friends as well, who were actually witnesses today as well. And of course Edward, the cameraman, because with him being on the camera he gets left out a lot. So, Mr. and Mrs. Wren.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping